Hello and welcome to a new video. This video is gonna be about communicating with animals. And it's actually gonna be the first video in my new series where I am gonna explore the communication that we have with animals and sharing my journey with it. In this particular video, I just want to say a little about my experience with it, but also how I communicate with animals. Firstly, I just want to say that this is my experience and this is my journey and what I have learned. 1.5 years ago, I went on my first course on learning to talk to animals, and on the first day I talked to an animal. And it was such a relief to be able to do it. Mostly because my dream, this impossible dream that I have had, actually was fulfilled. I could talk to an animal in this telepathic and in this different way that I've always seeked out to be able to do. But it was also a relief because this is something that I have kind of felt like I had been able to do for a very long time, but I couldn't really understand it. But during this course I got this key to really look up that closed door, or whatever you want to say, inside of me, to be able to communicate better with animals. So yeah, it was a really big relief to actually learn how to talk to an animal. And from that day that I learned it, I have been experimenting with talking to all sorts of animals, but I mostly talk to my own, and it is really nothing what I ever thought it to be. I thought that, whenever I can talk to the animals in this telepathic way, we will have no problem, they will understand me in every way and they will listen to me all the time, and yeah, we will have no discussions, our relationship would just be great. But the thing is, that's not how it works. Absolutely not how it works. I will share more about that later, but I just want to say that communicating with animals is nothing at all like communicating with your speech as you're doing to another human being. It is totally different. It is like learning a new language, but you're talking with another part of yourself. So how do I do it then? This is different and it has yeah, so how do I talk to the animals? This is something that is different from each and every individual that I meet, and it has changed since I first learned to communicate in this way. But overall, I need to be in a really present state. I usually need to do some sort of meditation before. If I am in this meditation state a lot, I can easily connect in this way without actually having to do something specific before. Sometimes I'm not present in my body and my thoughts are just everywhere, and in those times I have a really big problem connecting with animals. But mostly after I've done this meditation, I just scan through my body, scan through my mind, trying to calm it, trying to center it, and then I go into this specific place inside of my mind where I meet the animal that I am connected with. And I usually start off by asking the animal to describe themselves, and from that the conversation usually moves on and the animals share whatever it wants to share, and I can usually ask some questions and get answer to that. It is different from each and every one of us how we receive this information that the animals is giving us or connecting with us. I usually get it like a dialogue, but I also get pictures and I also feel a lot of feelings. But that does not mean that this is the only way and this is correct way. This is a way that was easiest for me to receive this information. The thing that is really different is that the things you receive is not perhaps as clear as it would be in spoken words, and sometimes they do not want to answer your questions, or they do not want to share. Sometimes it's hard for me to understand if this is something that happened in the past, or if it's just happening now, if the feelings that they are having is something that's present, or that's just a trauma from before or something like that. So communicating with animals, it is not as strict as a spoken communication where it's word for word. It is more an exploration, and it's more you need to be more a detective in it. And this is why it is such a journey to learn to communicate better and to understand it better, because it's mostly up to you or to me to understand what the animal is giving me and to understand it in the most correct way. But that's usually how it works with animals that I do not personally know. It is different when it comes to the animals that are mine, and especially the horses. With them I usually have this constant interaction, constant communication with them, even though it's usually just a few words or just a feeling or just energy changing, but I usually receive small things all the time. Sometimes we do have deeper and more giving communication where we talk more and I can ask more questions, and to get that I really need to be in this calm and meditative state, just as when I talk to animals that I don't really know. Yeah, so that's the difference between that, and that's how I interact with animals. I can't really explain it, and I can't really understand it, and I believe that's kind of always how it's gonna be. But at the same time, I have had so many moments where I can't explain it in another way than this has to be a conversation that I have had, or this has to have happened in the telepathic communication that we have had. So with that said, I'm gonna end this video, and hopefully you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time with another video. Until then, you can follow me on Instagram. I will link it in the description. I upload there each and every day, almost. So you can follow me and my horses there. And yeah, until then, take care and have a great day. Bye.